Alright, this is part 2. That way you guys know which part I'm on, obviously. So I'll talk for probably another hour and I'll end the video here. This is a one-time, 1.5 hour video. I thought it'd be cool to clarify a few things for Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson. As I made my choice, guys, I will not be directing Zanus. I'm going to hire a director to take that stress off me. I'm just going to throw in that note. As I do not have any directing. Yeah, I'm a creative, but because it's my first movie and I'm in the lead, I don't want to be directing and acting. It's too stressing. I'm going to hire a well-known director who I can trust, a good director to direct my movie, as long as they co-write it with me. Hence, I'll be hiring one of those two guys. And it's Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson. You guys can jump for joy, celebrate. As once I start the process once I start my company in a couple of years from now with my wife, I plan it with George Lucas, I will be hiring one of you guys to direct my movie, obviously. Either Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, I'll be hiring to direct my movie. I'm willing to pay Peter Jackson a nice $60 million. I'm not going higher than that for him. If he wants $70 million, I'm not paying him $70 million. I'm paying him $60 million because he's so big. He's worth like $1 billion. I'll pay him $60 million to direct the movie. A $10 million signing bonus and a $50 million side start production. And Mel Gibson, I'll pay him a nice $50 million to direct my movie. A nice $10 million signing bonus for pre-production and $40 million at start production, which is a nice deal. And you get your nice perks throughout the 4 years, like you love my luxury buffet, you fly on my jet, partying up my condo, my yacht, all that stuff. The parties, all that stuff. The limo driver taking me every day for production lunch. Yeah, they're part of the books. They're part of what? They got to work in my nice luxurious office. Yeah, you're gonna be saved. One of those guys will be saved, obviously. And again, I have the keys. You guys can see the future. You already know how top much of a company means you're going to own. You're looking at a company bigger than Disney, Warner Bros., Universal, Paramount, Lionsgate, all these companies. Bigger than all these companies in quality by a long shot in quality. As these Hollywood companies are bringing my company in scale because they're putting out like 6, 7, 8 movies a year. Whereas I'm only doing one movie at a time. But one of my movies is better quality than all these Hollywood movies in Hollywood. You see what I'm saying? Right? So once I meet my wife in the airport, Vijay will be like, Ivan, how much money did you get paid? I got paid $8 billion. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Ivan, you're gonna share that? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna share with you, so you don't worry, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna share with you. You know what I'm saying? And we go the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna book a suite in Los Angeles. I'll stay in Los Angeles for a couple of days, a good 2 days. Book the hotel for 2 days. And I'll tell Vijay, hey Vijay, do you know any nice luxury hotels here we can book? Yeah, I know a few hotels. I booked the suite. Obviously, I booked the suite, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously, I'm gonna tell VJ about Sky Source. VJ will be like, I saw your videos, yeah. The reason why VJ will now acknowledge she saw my videos is because now she can see me. Hence why VJ will be like, yeah, I saw your videos on YouTube. And that's how I know the whole world's tuning in, but they keep me honest. Hence why I'm not gonna do like that. I'm piecing out my wife from this. Obviously. Right? Yeah. Right? And once what? Once I book that suite, I plan on telling Vijay about Skyers once we book the suite and have a good time. You know, once I book that suite in in Los Angeles, I'm gonna tell Vijay about Sky Source. I don't know. We're sitting in the jacuzzi, and we have a wine. I tell Vijay about Sky Source. Vijay's like, yeah, I know you want to start your big Sky Source. I'm like, yes, sweetie, yes, baby. I want to start my own film entertainment company. And I told you, I'm going to tell Vijay, hey, Vijay, if you don't want to start Sky Source, if you just want to live the life with me for, 10 decades to come, if you just want to build that $100 million condo, buy that jet, buy that yacht, and just live the life and party it up and go to clubs and go to events and just chill for decades to come, we can do that if you want to. if you want to. But I told you, even though you're rich, it's good to work, as it's not good to be lazy. It's good to work. It's good to balance your personal life and your work life. It's good to work. Working is good for you. It's not good to be lazy, obviously. It is good to work. Plus, if you work, you get to make more money for yourself, obviously. Right. And VJ is all for me starting Sky. So, yeah, even though I want to party it up with you and do all the good stuff with you, I want to have a work life. I want to be a famous movie star. Yeah, and there's nothing cool in owning your own filmmaking company with your husband. You get to be a big movie star, even a bigger movie star than what you even are in Hollywood. As me and Vijay will be bigger movie stars than all these Hollywood celebrities because our movies are better quality than all these Hollywood movies, and we're getting paid way more than all these Hollywood celebrities. As me and Vijay are gonna make a good like 3 billion, 3.3 billion. Before I said 4 billion, no, we're probably gonna make like 3.3 billion, 3.4 billion off the movies and posters. Amazon might make like 2.4, 2.3, 2.6 billion off the movies and posters. As both parties are gonna make a lot of money, man. There's a good chance a good like 5 billion, 5.5 billion will be split. 5.6 billion around will be split with Skysers and Amazon. Me and Vijay might make 3.2, 3.3 billion off the movies and posters, and Amazon will make like 2.5 or something like that. Because both parties are making a lot of money, obviously, right? Again, I'm gonna mention this very quickly. Amazon gets 40, Sky Source gets 60% of all the profits. That's in the deal. They don't take a percentage from any. They don't take a dime from any of the payments. That's gonna be. I'm gonna have my legal advisor write that in the contract. And I only want my movies released on 4K Blu-ray. That way, my company's unique, and that way you get an unheard of experience when you watch movies. That's 4K Blu. There's nothing better than 4K Blu-ray for movies right now. 4K Blu-ray is the best technology for movies right now in terms of screening. 4K Blu-ray is nothing better than 4K. 4K Blu-ray is better than what? It's better than 1080p. And it's better than Blu-ray. Hence why 4K Blu-ray is where it's at, obviously. Right? Okay, say VJ. We're gonna okay, VJ. We're gonna start Skysys. I'm gonna let you know. Once you start Skysys, there's no looking back. We need to hire a 7 team. They have actors. They have families to feed. Obviously, the 17 will guarantee have families. We have to hire the Hollywood actors, pay them their salaries. They have families to feed too. They have bills to pay. Obviously, we need to pay the crewmen. The crewmen have families to feed. Obviously, right? There's no once you start Skysys, there's no joking around. It is blood, sweat, and tears. As me and you are gonna have to work hard. Well, we'll be doing slack work compared to 7. Doing all dirty work, but we're gonna have to work hard. As we invest our own money in the movie, we need to work hard, obviously. Right? Yeah, man. Right. Okay, Fiji, are you with us? Ivan, I am with us. We give cheers, we kiss him, man. And yeah, we give a toast to the future. He's just like, Ivan, cheers. Cheers to the future. Me and you are going to be famous movie stars. I'm like, yeah, sweetie. Me and you are going to be famous movie stars. Famous. Me and Vijay are going to be boss, man. Biggest movie stars ever, man. Yeah, man. We're going to be big movie stars. Yeah. So we stay on. And after that, I'll go to a restaurant with VJ. Because I'm going to be hungry. Hey, VJ, you know any good bar restaurants? Yeah, I know a few good bar restaurants. I go to a bar restaurant, I have a nice beer, and I eat a nice meal with my wife. And the moment I do that, people are going to take all of Los Angeles will be staring at me, VJ, and we're going to be taking pictures of us, me and her trying online. And you will begin to feel like shit, obviously. You'll be left behind. Obviously. Like it's been crazy. And after that, I'll most likely go clubbing with VJ. Hey, VJ, you want to go clubbing? Yeah, I'll go clubbing. Let's go clubbing. And I go to a nice club in Los Angeles. We usually go to the club, make out, and everyone at the club staring. They take out phones, they take reels and pictures of me and VJ just trying online. Look at I and VJ passionate, intimate together in the club. Yeah, man. And that's the beginning of me and VJ's fame, obviously. And me and VJ are never going to be the same again. We're going to be so famous as the whole planet will be tuning into our life tuning into our trends every single day, man. Look at something crazy. That's why when I say I save his ass, I really save his ass. Oh my god, Ivan, I feel so on top of the world. I'm like, yeah, VJ, it's an amazing feeling. Obviously. And once those 2 days are off on Los Angeles, I will take off probably to Vancouver with VJ. And the first thing I will do is I'll book a nice suite in Vancouver, stay there. I told you, I can easily buy a house in Vancouver. Me and VJ can build our own mansion. We can buy a mansion, buy a 34-minute house. But I told you, I don't want to live in the houses. You're just wasting money. If it's 2 people, there's no point living in a house. I want to build that dream $100 million rooftop condo in downtown Vancouver. As I can easily buy a nice condo in Vancouver, but I told you, I don't want to buy an existing condo. I want to build my own condo the way I want it. Well, me and VJ will be owning like a penthouse pretty much. Because our condo will be big. We're going to have like a pool room. We're pretty much owning like a penthouse. Pretty much, right? Pretty much, a penthouse is like a big condo, right? Me and VJ will pretty much be owning like a big condo, like a penthouse. Pretty much. On top of the roof, which is very, very common. And VJ's for that rooftop condos. The rooftop condo is unheard of. Unheard of. Fucking unheard of rooftop condos. Right? So the first thing me and VJ will do when we go to Vancouver is we will what? We will settle in that suite. We'll book it like, I don't know, 7 days at a time every week. It'll cost, I don't know, 180, 200 grand for the 2 months, but easily affordable if you have $8 billion in your bank. Easily affordable. We'll book a nice suite in Vancouver. Top high end, like 7, 8, 9, $10,000 suite we can afford. We'll book it obviously, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna register for our bank cards and Visa at Scotiabank. It'll be easier for me because I'm Canadian, obviously. Whereas VJ's American, she has to sign some documents. I'll hire someone to take care of all that for me and her. VJ's gonna have to get her Canadian license card, British Columbia license card in Vancouver, to drive in Canada in Vancouver, obviously. I have to get my British Columbia license card. VJ's gonna have to sign some documents to legally be able to work in Canada. She has to sign those documents, obviously. That's why I'm gonna hire someone to take care of all that because it's really annoying. Same time, while we're in Vancouver, we're gonna be doing our clothes shopping. We can store all our clothes in the hotel, obviously, and we're also gonna have to hire a real estate agent to find us a building where we can build a condo on top of the roof in downtown Vancouver. And I'll tell the real estate agent, look, man, tell every owner of all the buildings here in downtown Vancouver, I want to pay them a multi-million-dollar fee to allow me to build a condo on the roof. I'm willing to pay them a good $5 to $6 million bucks, even $6.5 million. I'll pay them to allow me to build a condo, which is a lot of money, and I will be able to find a building on top of the roof to build me VJ's dream condo, as long as you pay the owner of the building a nice fee, which I will find a building, obviously. Downtown. If it's not downtown, let's say the real estate agent finds me a building on top of the roof, and it's not downtown, I won't be angry. I'll be a little angry, obviously, but it's still good. It's all good. But I really want my condo downtown. That way, I get a whole view of the city, which is beautiful. It's nice to have a whole view of the city at nighttime. You have a whole view of the city. It's beautiful. Whole view of the Pacific Ocean is beautiful, man. Obviously, right? Then once the real estate agent has found us a building to build a condo on top of the roof, we shake hands with the owner. Now we have to hire, because it's very complex, only a rooftop condo, you need to hire an architect to design your interior and exterior of your condo. And me and VJ will tell the architect what the layout of our condo, what we want the interior to look like, the exterior. I want the luxury look, as VJ's for the luxury. I like that glass one to look. You have the garage, luxury garage, an elevator that takes us up the roof of our condo. We have our living room, our terrace, our kitchen, our bathroom downstairs, our room that leads us to the pool room, our jacuzzi, the private IMAX theater room, and upstairs you have the gym, another bathroom, and we have another room where me and VJ will be sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Me and VJ are gonna be living. Yeah, you have to tell the what? Tell the architects that, and they design a model for your condo. And once they design your model, pay the architects a nice $200K. Call it Top Notch Architectural Company. Pay them a nice $200K each, and design a nice model for your condo. Once you do that, you now have to hire the developers, obviously, or the construction company. Pay the construction company a nice $3 million because the guys need to get paid, and they're gonna begin building the condo based off the model, the architectural model, obviously. You're looking at something high tech. High chance I'm gonna put a bit more than 100 million. I'm probably gonna put a good 120, even 130, 140 million towards the condo is good. If VJ wants to put, hey VJ, if you want to put more money into the condo, we can, to pimp it out more, to make it more high tech. We can do that. High tech alarm system, automatic doors, something like that house in Iron Man. You know how Iron Man had a high tech house? Something like that. You're looking at something like that for my condo, my big condo, my penthouse, whatever it is, top of the roof. Look at something top notch. It's me and VJ are gonna be so rich, obviously. And during that time, we can also buy our yacht. We can also buy our jet. Buy a nice $70,000 to $75,000 jet. which is nice. We can also buy a nice 35 Ford Minar yacht. And me and Vijay will be doing sleepovers in the yacht. We drive in the ocean. We do sleepovers in the yacht. Cheers, Ivan. Me and you are king, queen. The world's left behind. We're gonna be movie stars. Yeah, movies are gonna have parties. I'm gonna do parties with VJ in the condo when it's built. I'm also want to do parties with VJ in a luxury hotel that we're staying in for the 2 months. We can party up in a hotel, give a cheers on the terrace. I'm most likely gonna give a cheers in the condo, get drunk on the yacht, go out in the ocean, get drunk in the ocean. Yeah, movies are gonna live in the life, obviously. And once that's all taken care of, I'm gonna call George Lucas. I'll find his number. I'll find him. Hey George. You know what I'm saying? I respect you a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're a legend. You created Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? I know you started a company called Lucasfilm, independent from Star Wars. Me and my wife want to start our own film entertainment company, independent from Hollywood. We sincerely need your help. We're willing to pay for your hotel for the 2 months. I won't have George Lucas stay at a luxury hotel. I'll have him stay at a standard hotel. And you know those nice hotels that the average person can afford? Yeah. Those nice like $1,500 night hotel, $1,500 hotels. Have him stay in a hotel like that with a pool and a gym and all that stuff. And I'll send him a $30,000 e-transfer. But he has to pay for his own flights. Because you're a billionaire, you're paying for your... You can easily fly privately to Vancouver. And you're paying for your own flights. I'm not paying for your flights. You're a billionaire. And once George Lucas is in Vancouver, guaranteed you're going to see pictures and trends of me, VJ, and George Lucas in Vancouver, obviously. And George Lucas will be flying on top of the world. And me and VJ will be trending every day in Vancouver when we do our clothes shopping, all that stuff, hanging out. Constant trends and trending pictures of me and VJ in Vancouver. And George Lucas will help me and VJ plan Sky Source. And Sky Source will be the biggest film brand in entertainment. Okay, Ivan, what do you... I don't know, George Lucas will meet us at the hotel. At the luxury hotel. Okay, Ivan, he sits down and says, okay, Ivan, what do you want the name of your company to be? I want the name of my company to be Sky Source Entertainment. Okay, Ivan, you're going to need to trademark your name. Hire a lawyer to trademark your name. You're going to need to what? Okay, Ivan, do you want to take a loan or do you want to fund yourself? I want to take a loan, George. There's no risk in my movies. I have the keys. I don't have to take a loan from the bank. I can fund it myself, obviously. Okay, Ivan, how much do you want to make your Last of Us story for? I want to make it for $97 million. So we transfer $97 million from my personal account to our business account. So once we go to the bank with George, we're gonna have to create a business account with George Lucas. Because you can't mix your personal business. No, you have to create a business account for your company. I'll have the bank give me and VJ a good like 4 business cards. That's enough. Create a good 4 or 5 business cards. 4 business cards is enough. 4 business cards, 1 for me and VJ, and the 17 will be using the other 3 business cards. As a 17 are gonna have to have the business cards with them a lot of the times to pay for stuff, obviously. So I'll have them make a good like 4 business cards for me and VJ and 17. So me and VJ will have 1 business card for me and VJ. I don't know, to pay for the takeouts, obviously, and then the 17 will be using the other 3 business cards, something like that. I'll be funding the Last of Us project for $970 million. And you're looking at something unheard of for my movie. Unheard of special effects for world building, action sequences, and the horror of the worlds. There's something top notch, man. Something 3 to 4 times better than Lord of the Rings in quality. Yeah, in quality. Think of something like that. Yeah, man, something top notch. Obviously. And then once we create our business account, okay, Ivan, you want to have what? Okay, Ivan, you want to have some people? Yeah, George, I want to have some people. Okay, Ivan, you're gonna have to find land. There's a high chance my office will be outside downtown, as it's very difficult to buy land downtown, obviously. And I prefer to have my own land. I prefer to buy my land outside downtown, anyways. So I'm gonna have to hire a real estate agent, and me and VJ are gonna have to do land shopping. There's a good chance I'm gonna buy probably, I don't know, a good 80, 100 acres of land. Before I said 101 acres, no. High chance you're looking at like 60, 40, 30, 50, 70, 80, 100 acres of land. And I want my land near the water, near the ocean. Okay, find me land outside downtown. I'm gonna tell the real estate agent, try to find me land next to the water, next to the ocean, obviously. There's a good chance my office will be a good like 20 minutes outside downtown, obviously, from downtown. So me and VJ every morning will drive probably a good 20, 25, 30 minutes to work. 25 minutes to work around there. 20 minutes to work. There's a high chance the land, if I see land that's like 100 acres and next to the water, I'll buy it. It'll cost me a couple $100,000, but it's easy affordable. Obviously. Buy like nice land. And if my land is next to the water, I'll build my own dock. I'll build my own dock, and I'll build my own docking bay, and that's where me and VJ will park our yacht. When the actors fly in, they can just walk to the docks, and we go out in the ocean in the yacht. You're looking for something top notch for my landman. I recommend you guys go play the game Gran Turismo. If you play the game Gran Turismo on PS5 and you see that land, you know how you see that land, you see all these buildings, you see the planes near the docks, the yacht near the docks. Well, think of something like that for my company. You're looking at something top notch. I'm gonna buy this nice property of land. Hopefully near the water. Buy it near the water. I'll build my own big dock, and and that's where I'll have my own docking bay, and I'll park my yacht there. I might even have my own private airport, my own private freeway where the jet lands in my land. Either do that, or I can just have it land in a public area, in a public airport. Or me and Visa can build our own. That'll cost tens of millions. Easy affordable. Build your own place where we park our own jet in the land too if you want. We can do that. We'll see what happens, obviously, right? That'll cost tens of millions, and me and Visa can easily afford it. Obviously. So I'll put a good, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a good chance it'll cost me more than $6 million to build a luxury office for the new iPhone 17. My office won't be huge. But to build all that costs a lot of money. You have to hire architects again. So once me and VJ find that nice land property in Vancouver, I know a nice property near the water, near the ocean. Once me and VJ buy that land with George Lucas, obviously, so George Lucas will be helping us all that. We buy the property, we buy the land. We now have to hire architect developers, and we're gonna have to plan out the layout for this huge, massive project, man. You're looking at a huge project. We have to. Just like we plan out the layout for the massive $100 million Ruta Condo project, we're also going to have to plan out the huge project for what? For our office, for our studio office, obviously. So I'm going to have a thing where you have to build roads, obviously, all that stuff. A road, the building, the exterior and exterior for the office, obviously. So you have the foyer, the GPS system where the actors sit down on the couch, the crewmen sit down on the couch. You have the open desk where the secretary sit. And you have a hallway that leads to the 5 rooms. One office is where me and Vijay will be working. Then you have an office where the 2 script developers will be working. And then you have the other 3 will be the script developer, the accountant, head of production, and legal advisor. They will be what? They will be working in those other 3 offices. And then you have a boardroom, and that's where me and Vijay do the board meetings, sign all the contracts, and eat our lunch. And then right next to the building will be the building with a special. It's a good chance it will cost me and VJ a good $10 million plus. If you want to have my office top-notch luxury quality, it might cost us even more than $6 million. It might cost us $10 million. $10 million, even $12 million to build the building. Maybe even more. Maybe even $20 million. It just depends. But hence why the money used to build the office and the building for the special effects team, me and VJ have to pay with our personal account for that. As it's going to affect the budget. Hence why Hence why there's a good chance of a good 1 billion, 70, even 1.1 billion is going to go towards this movie if you're going to include the money going towards building. It might cost me and VJ a good 40 million, 45 million just to build our offices and all that stuff on the land. Build the docks for the yacht. If our condo's near the ocean, if our land is near the ocean, we're going to have to build a docking area for the yacht. That costs us money, obviously. Building the cement, all that stuff, yeah. And then right next to that building will be the building where the special effects team work. So George, okay, George, how many departments are they? Okay, Ivan, this is how many departments are there. You have a sound department, you have the editing department, you have this department, the other department. He tells you all the departments, and then you and your wife and George will be planning out. George Lucas will help me and White plan out the interior and exterior of the building where the special effects team will work for my movie. You're looking at probably a good 10 million plus going toward, perhaps even more, perhaps even 20 million going towards that building. Something crazy. Before I said 10 million, no, high chance will cost a good probably 15, 20 million just to build that building. Obviously. And in the building I'll have the building have bathrooms, obviously. But I'm not gonna build showers in the building. I'll just have what? I'll just lease portable showers for the people who are seeing the extras to take a shower, and I'll lease trailers for them to sleep around the building. Obviously, that's where they're all gonna work. You're looking at something. You're looking at a top-notch property, man. A top-notch land property I'm gonna own, man. Obviously, and there's a high chance I'm gonna buy a good like 100 acres of land. There's a good chance I'm gonna expand it, build a yacht, build a dock, build other stuff around the land, all that stuff. Obviously, you look at something. You guys already know what I'm talking about. You're looking at like a luxury, super advanced route to condo. It's really luxury super advanced route to condo, luxury office, and the actors that ride to my office, they're gonna be shocked. Like, holy shit, man! I reach your low. Look at their nice office they own. Yeah, man. You're looking at something top notch. Me and Reach are gonna own a top high end property, man. Property of land. A top notch office, a nice building where the special effects team work, a nice luxury with a car, a nice like 35, 40 minute yacht, 7 minute jet. Yeah, man. Me and VJ can even buy a helicopter. I mean, I might even have a helicopter land in my condo. I can do that. Me and VJ can own our own helicopter too, if we want. We'll see what happens. We have an area. We have them build an area in our Ruta condo where their helicopter lands. Me and VJ can take the helicopter too sometimes. Yeah, I'll ask VJ, hey VJ, do you want to buy a helicopter? If you want to, me and you could buy a helicopter too. Yeah, we can own our own helicopter, all that stuff. We can even own our own private area where we park our jet. We can build that on our land easily. It'll cost tens of millions. We can easily afford it. We can build our own area where the jet lands, and the limo driver takes the actors to my office when the jet lands. It's something top notch. We'll see what happens, obviously. But just looking at something high tech for my office, I'm gonna buy this nice like property of land in Vancouver, man, hopefully next to the ocean. Obviously. And once that's taken care of, I will send George Lucas home. He'll be sad. Oh, Ivan, I want to say to you, yeah, George, I know you love being saved. I know you love playing Scotch with you, but I will see you in a year's time when we start the process for the Last of Us movie project. But once that's taken care of, I'll send George Lucas home, and me and VJ can now plan. The developmental project for the condo is now going on. The condo is getting built. The nice, luxurious, I don't know, 130 minute condo is getting built. Super advanced condo, automatic doors, alarm system, GPS, something high tech. You know what I'm saying? We bought our jet, we bought our yacht, and now we bought our nice land, our nice property of land, and now our nice luxury office is getting built for me, wife, and 17. And what? And the building for special effects team is getting built. I don't know, the docking bay area for the jets getting built on the land property. 100 acres is huge, man. That's 100 football fields. Huge. Easily build our own place where we park our jet too. There's a good chance I will do that. Instead of having the jet land in a public airport, have the jet land in your property. Build your own parking area, your own freeway area, all that stuff. It will cost a lot of money, but easily affordable for me and VJ. There's something top notch for the land. I mean, you're gonna buy, man. There's something top notch. Obviously. So I'm gonna be putting out an ad for the 17 during those 2 months. Obviously, the 17, the doc team, the photographers, web designer, and graphic designers. Obviously, and and those guys. Those are the people who I'm gonna be putting on the ad. I'm willing to pay. The people who willing to pay the graphic designer a nice $300,000 for the term of the movie. The web designer, I'll hire 2 graphic designers to edit the pictures, pay them $300K for the term of the movie, and I'll hire 1 web designer to code my website and update my website. Pay him $300,000, pay him over $300,000, and the photographers, I'm willing to pay them a nice $350K. They're going to be responsible for taking all the pictures for my company. So the ad shoots featured on my website, as well as the billboard in front of my office, obviously, as well as the 4K Blu-ray case covers, the posters, the red carpet, all that stuff. They're responsible for taking all those pictures. The graphics aren't responsible for editing all the pictures. I only want Hollywood people to see as people are out. So you have to have worked for the big 5 companies to qualify for my web designer and my 2 graphic designers. And the photographers have to work for the big modeling companies. in Hollywood. So the people who took pictures for Kendall Jenner's Vogue magazine, you can hire those photographers to work for your company. That way you get top-notch professional digital ad pictures on your website as well as the billboard in front of your building. The 4K case covers, the posters, the red carpet, all that stuff. You need to hire you need to buy top high-end cameras with lenses. That way you get good pictures. Top high-end photography studio equipment. Top high-end softwares for the editors, for the graphic design and web design. That way you code an amazing website. You get amazing picture quality for your company. That's why Scotch is the best brand here in business, man. Looking at something top notch.